all you lovely Synergy subs. I am Miss Manifester. I am a guest here on Synergy's channel. I hope that you're all doing really well whenever you are watching this video. Thank you to Synergy for having me here. I am here giving you guys manifestation content that supports your subliminals journey. And you guys can come and find me here, Miss Manifester, sending lots of love and appreciation to any of you that are already subscribed to my channel. Now, Synergy thought that it would be great to do a video on like the basics of using subliminals, how you guys can get the best out of them, rather than it just being overcomplicated. This is going to be brilliant if you are a beginner with using subliminals and you just need that like breakdown, or it can be whether you've been in the community for a long time, but we get like bombarded with like, you should do this and you should do that, and we just need to take it back to basics. It doesn't need to be overcomplicated because actually it's not really a complicated process. So the first thing that we're going to do is just define what subliminal means according to the Oxford English Dictionary, which is subliminal: of a stimulus or mental process below the threshold of sensation or consciousness, perceived by or affecting someone's mind without them being aware of it. So whenever we listen to subliminal tracks, all we are consciously perceiving is the music. I've had that so many times where people are like, where's affirmations? Like, what am I listening to here? Behind that music track are layers and layers of affirmations, positive affirmations that are designed to reprogram your subconscious for success in whichever department it is that you want to see results in. So they are below the threshold of your conscious perception, but they are very much there. Sometimes you will hear a subliminal track and you will be able to hear like it either sped up very fast, or you might just be able to hear it very, very low and it's like whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. That's also fine, like, because your conscious mind can't make out what's being said, like, but your subconscious is still able to collect all of that information. The conscious mind is analytical and it's logical and it loves to like to argue back. So when you use a subliminal, you just bypass that. That's why for some people they don't connect with just listening to affirmations, because there's a part of them going like, is this gonna work? Oh, that's nonsense, I don't feel like that. Like there's that little piece of them that sometimes argues back. So a subliminal just cuts that middleman out and goes straight to the source of the problem. There's straight to the program that needs to be rewritten in order for you to see the shift in your reality that you are looking for. So imagine your mind is like a computer, and pretty much before the age of 7, that computer is going to get programmed with a program that either tells you that you are not good enough, or the world isn't safe, or that money is hard to come by. It might program you and tell you that you're beautiful and that you are super clever, and that money does grow on trees. Like, it depends what information you are fed and the decisions that your inner child makes as a result. But when we use subliminals, we go straight to that program and change it so that you then start to act differently, believe differently, and show up differently in this world. So if we are going to take this in a context of manifestation, you manifest what you believe is possible for you. You manifest from your self-concept, which is what you believe to be true of you, true of this world, true of other people. What are those possibilities for you? So what we're trying to do is just lay a brand new foundation, and that is then what you will assume to be true, to be your reality, and that is what you then attract, and that is what you then manifest. So what we are really doing is building a solid foundation through using subliminals. How often should you listen to subliminals? I see very, very varying information on this, and I'm not going to say that either is right or either is wrong, and I will explain why in a minute. You will get some makers who will create a formula, which I will explain as well. They will say that that formula is so strong that you only need to listen to it once. They have created something where they are like, that is so powerful that it will reprogram you, bam. Or you can look at it from that kind of placeboic place of once is enough. Like, it was so powerful that you don't need to keep listening to it all the time. I have definitely used subliminals one time and got results like the next day. I've done it so many times, like where I've listened to the money ones and then money's like totally random money has just shown up in my bank account. Like, and it's just mind-blowing. So once can be enough. Like, once can be enough to get a result. But also I do recommend that you're not going to go wrong. Like if you decide to listen to it more, like that's absolutely fine, particularly because I know that to ingrain a new habit and to like get your subconscious working on that new program can take between a month to 3 months effectively. So like when I coach, we coach for 3 months to create like a solid change, rather than it being like 5 minutes of fame or whatever and then like people just go back to their old habits. Doing it for like 1 month up to 3 months is not going to be a problem as well. If the sub maker has said like use once, fine, believe it, like it will get you results. That's brilliant. But only then go, okay, I'm just going to use it because I enjoy using it and I want to get the best out of it, not because I'm like, oh, it didn't work. This is the thing with like all manifestation techniques, subliminals, not listening to something once and going, oh, it didn't work. Like it's all about the repetition and it ingraining in your subconscious and becoming like absolutely rock solid in there. So please don't be disheartened if you listen to something once and you're like, I haven't seen it, like I haven't woke up and looked like a completely different person yet. Because as soon as you do an exercise, like a manifestation technique, or you do a subliminal, like it's there, like, and reality is shifting around you, even if you're not seeing the visual evidence of it yet. Like all the components are moving to create that for you. My next point is, what is a formula? So the formula is what goes on behind the scenes, what the sub maker has come up with that is going to really support the subconscious programming. It is the construction behind the music that you don't see going on, and it's going to include various different things. It could include the number of affirmations that they've actually written. It could include then how many they actually managed to fit in, like whether it's sped up, or it could include how many layers of those affirmations they use. It could include the way that the affirmations are written, so whether that is positive present tense, like I am confident, I am beautiful, or it might even be in past tense, like telling the subconscious that it's already happened. I am already living my desired reality. I already live in my dream house. Receiving my desire was so easy. So it's little things like that, like the way in which the words are written to support the subconscious programming. They may also use various frequencies like solfeggio or binaural beats that support the different frequencies of whatever it is that you're asking for. So sometimes you will see subliminal makers come out with a new formula. So they've come up with a new way of whether it's writing, or like how many layers they're doing, or how many affirmations are in there, or whatever it is. And it's ideally upping the potency of that subliminal messaging. Number 4 is, when should you listen to subliminals? You can listen to a subliminal any time. Like you can absolutely listen to it any time and the subconscious mind will perceive it. However, I also believe that it's very, very powerful to listen as you are falling asleep. So when you are awake, you are in beta waves. The brain is in beta, but as you drop out of consciousness, you move into theta and delta. So theta is the place of imagination, kind of like psychic senses, and then your delta is completely like disconnected from the conscious mind. So at the end of the day, when your brain is starting to then process everything that has happened, that is one of the best times that you can be feeding it with positive affirmations, positive information to process whilst you are asleep. If you follow Wayne Dyer's work, and I think even I heard Joe Dispenza talking about it the other day, like going to sleep, that is one of the most powerful times when you can be reprogramming your mind. I also like to listen to things as soon as I wake up, but that's when I usually receive like the most strong messages or instructions from my like higher self, as it were. So putting something on to start your day right is also a really, really great idea. Should you drink water? Guys, you should be drinking water anyway. Like staying hydrated is of course a very, very smart thing to do. However, I am pretty dusty and dehydrated, and I manifest all the time. what it does is it's the same as like when you have a massage or anything like that, they tell you to drink water. When I do EFT tapping with people, we tell them to drink water because, you know, it's kind of like a flush, like you're flushing toxins, you're moving things around, and especially with the brain and like laying down new neural pathways, you are working with like electrical currents in the brain, and obviously water is a great conductor. So that is one of the, I believe, logical reasons why drinking water is great for subliminals. But please don't like put pressure on yourself in that department. Like, you can manifest without the water, but it's sensible, guys. Like, just stay hydrated anyway. What if you have nightmares? So nightmares are just images. It's just your brain processing stuff. Having a nightmare does not necessarily mean that that person has put like satanic affirmations or something in that subliminal. It does not necessarily mean that at all. It's your brain like churning things up, reprogramming. Like, the images that it gives you are not like necessarily literal, like they're very much metaphorical and representative of what your brain is processing. So please don't be disheartened if you get a nightmare. It does not necessarily mean that there was something bad in there. It's just that your mind is moving things around and trying to work things out. And that leads me on to, who can you trust? So look at people's results when they're commenting on channels. If the person lists their benefits, brilliant. If the person lists their affirmations, great. Like, I always put the affirmations in because I want people to be able to make an informed choice. Like, if you like what you see and you think this is a good fit for you, brilliant. Like, if you are somebody that is like, I don't want to read the affirmations because I just need this to work without my conscious mind like going, oh, I know what's in it, fine. Like, you got to do what feels right for you. So I would definitely recommend doing some research on like who are high quality subliminal makers, people who know what they're doing, people who've got your best interests at heart, people who are putting like a lot of love and positive energy into their work, who really, really care about their community. Because things that are subliminal, whether it is through subliminal audio tracks or images, there is a lot that our subconscious is picking up all of the time. So it is very important to check that the people that you are listening to are trustworthy. Sorry, I went for some lunch and I did my edit and then I was like, oh, I forgot to say something. And I'm sure that even after I send this to Synergy, I'll go, oh, I forgot something else. Headphones and language. Read the description, okay? Like, read what the submaker says, because different submakers say different things. Look at it this way. Subconscious programming and subliminals, it's like they are washing your brain. Like, you are rinsing, washing your brain, submerging it in positivity, ideally positivity. But you are being programmed all the time from TV, and all this, and you don't have headphones on when you're receiving those messages, so don't worry about it too much. But if in doubt, just ask the submaker, read the description, see what they advise. But it's not necessarily essential. The way I see it is it cancels out other messages that your subconscious may be receiving at the same time, so it just makes it a little bit more focused when you are not receiving other sensory information. You being annoying? Of course you are. And language wise, I just thoroughly recommend, again with the trust thing, that you understand what you're putting in. You might be listening to a subliminal that's not your native language, and it's just important to understand that what you're putting in is for your benefit, for your highest and greatest good. Of course, it is going to be the most powerful to listen to a subliminal in your native tongue, but you can listen regardless. I would just recommend that you understand what it is that you are feeding into your subconscious mind. And finally, what is a booster? So you see some of these subliminal boosters, it's like, what is that? That is designed to boost your subconscious's response to receiving subliminals. So it will say things like, subliminals work for me, my subconscious is responding. It kind of does a prep work for the subliminal. They're not essential. A lot of submakers will actually put a booster of some sort within their subliminal anyway. I've had good results, but it's not essential. So in a nutshell, guys, you can listen as much or as little as you want to with subliminals. The main thing is, and this is a whole other video, just think about your energy like behind using them. Like, are you trying to push? Do you believe that you've listened to it once and nothing has happened? Because everything is shifting around you. So it's not about trying to make something happen. It's just about doing it for your own well-being and benefit and supporting that your reality is shifting as a result of using subliminals, and you will show up differently, because if you believe you are confident, maybe you'll go after that guy, maybe you'll go after that job. It's all about embedding new beliefs in you and you showing up differently as a result of all this programming work that you are doing. Guys, I hope that you have an amazing day wherever you are, and I will see you soon for some more content. Take care.